What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the North Shore 9 postgame show powered by Primanti Brothers. I'm Jim. With me tonight is Ty. We're celebrating a 10-3 Pirates just drubbing of the Miami Marlins. How are you doing tonight, Tyler?
Donnie Ball's here, baby.
Donnie Ball's here, and like the commenter says here, it's looking better than my burnt face right now. My nose. If you touch my look at this. Look at that.
It's tough. It's a lot of Louisville baseball on that nose there.
A lot of, you know what? It's red for Louisville. Yeah. No, but hey, what a game today. I mean, just an offensive explosion. 15 hits, 10 runs. Two players, McCutchen and Frazier, both collecting 3 hits like it's 2017 or something. You got Bryan Reynolds with a bases clearing RBI triple. The Pirates just looked really good today. I mean, it was a fun game to watch. This is going to be a fun game to talk about. So I'm excited about tonight.
Yeah, really good game offensively. Limited strikeouts, balls in play. Just a good baseball game, all things considered. They played a good game today.
Just an outstanding game. And we're going to get into all of that. Make sure you get your hashtag RaiseIts in the comments, because the Pirates won. It means we're giving away some free Primanti Brothers sandwiches. So while you're getting your hashtag RaiseIts in and liking the video, let me tell you about Bet Online. It's the world's most trusted betting platform and your #1 source for all your sports betting action. With baseball season in full swing, we're deep into the NBA and NHL playoffs. And Bet Online has more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news, and scores, even live in-game betting while the games are being played. We keep the dog days of summer rolling with the largest selection of odds on everything, with updated odds on MLB, UFC, and boxing to tennis and NFL futures. Bet Online remains the best online source for all your sports wagering info. In between games, head over to the Bet Online Casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. Bet Online, the game starts here. All right, let's just kind of roll through this real quick, and then we'll get to, there were 2 innings really where the Pirates just jumped on Miami. But I want to start with the first inning, Tyler. I mean, Xavier Edwards gets a base hit. We were talking about him this morning, how he's kind of like a Luis Arraez light, just kind of annoying and puts the ball in play. He gets on base immediately. And the new catcher, Pirates called up Brett Sullivan over the weekend after Joey Bart after Endy Rodriguez got put on the IL, and everybody was like, "What's a Brett Sullivan? Who's Brett Sullivan?" Well, hey, first inning, Brett Sullivan catches Xavier Edwards stealing to have Burrows face the minimum in that first inning. Minimum. But hey, Brett Sullivan, he had a really good game today. First game as a Bucko.
Yeah. He did. And I mean, if we're going to give the Pirates credit here, they have found and developed some catchers who might not be familiar to most of us, like a Brett Sullivan, for example. But I mean, he had a solid game today, and credit to Joe Burrow. Good grief. Mike Burrows. I've been thinking Joe Burrow all day. I don't know why. But Mike Burrows, relatively quick to the plate, I think, for the most part. Sullivan was able to gun. Did he have 2 today? Or just the 1?
Sullivan had the 1 caught stealing.
I was thinking he had the second one. No, I'm thinking of Davis yesterday with the ICAT or whatever day that was. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's all running together. Anyhow, Sullivan, called a good game, obviously. And, all things considered, not much experience probably with Mike Burrows. So, yeah. Not many things to complain about again. I'm on back-to-back times of just – I don't know what to do here, Jim. What do I do with my hands?
Yeah, a 10-3 win. You're pretty happy about that. So, Yeah, just a great game. So Sullivan kind of arrives with that. He'll be the backup catcher until at least Joey Bart's ready. And then we do relinquish the lead. Otto Lopez, who was the guy who destroyed the Pirates that entire first series, homers to lead off the second inning, gives the Marlins a 1-0 lead. And it's like, oh man, come on, these are the Marlins. It's Otto freaking Lopez. He's got 6 homers on the year. I swear all 6 of them are against the Pirates somehow. But Otto Lopez gets the Marlins on the board. But then the Pirates come roaring back, 4 runs in the third. They give up another run in the 5th, but then 4 more runs in the 6th, a run in the 7th, a run in the 8th. Like they just kept adding on. It was a rout. Like they ended up just absolutely destroying Miami. This game was over after the 6th inning, essentially, which was it kind of just made made for a stress-free, enjoyable evening. But I want to talk about let's go ahead and talk about that third inning. Because that's kind of where things happen there. Sullivan leadoff walk. So again, like just starts off the inning with a walk. Jared Triolo singles. O'Neal Cruz walks to load the bases. Andrew McCutchen infield hit to score. Sullivan. And actually, I want to talk about Sullivan on that Triolo single. Just an outstanding job of base running, going from first to third on that. Like I said, just a really well played game by Brett Sullivan. I was impressed. But then moment of the game, probably the key moment of today's game, Bryan Reynolds just rips an RBI triple to right center field that scores Triolo, Cruz, and McCutchen. At that point, it's 4-1, and you're facing the Marlins. You feel pretty good. But yeah, I mean, Bryan Reynolds right there just busting the game open right away.
It's his month, man. Like this
is
Bryan Reynolds' favorite month of the year by far. And it's June. We got hot Bryan Reynolds rolling through. I mean, he's swinging a good bat right now, man. Like really over the last probably a little more than a week. And you saw him start to kind of crawl back to the Bryan Reynolds we're used to. Again, like a week straight, I think he's been really good. He's above a 90 weighted runs created plus. So Bryan Reynolds is back. And obviously you see what's happening with the offense when Bryan Reynolds performs.
That's kind of when things started turning around for this offense, was when Bryan Reynolds started hitting, because the problem that they had the first 2 months of the year was like it was Cruz and McCutchen, but then you had like this giant hole in between the two, which was Bryan Reynolds in the 2 hole. Now McCutchen's flipped. McCutchen's been batting second here lately. Reynolds is batting third. And yeah, I mean, Reynolds has been coming on strong. He's been hitting fairly well now for about 2 weeks. And you're seeing, I mean, the offense still isn't great, but they're putting together better games whenever you can kind of go Cruz, Kutch, Reynolds, and all of them are hitting the ball. So the thing today is everybody was hitting the ball. It wasn't just 1 through 3. It was the entire lineup. So yeah, like I said, that bottom of the third inning, that was big. That Bryan Reynolds triple, absolutely huge. That was his second triple of the year. Gives him RBIs 37, 38, 39. The Pirates were 8 for 19 today with runners in scoring position.
Balls in play. Like that's a lot of it though.
Yeah.
They didn't strike out. Like you didn't see the strikeouts pop up with runners in scoring position. They moved runners well. They played Donnie Ball really well.
Played Donnie Ball. 15 and 14 now with Don Kelly at the helm. It's just they look like a different team, and you can say you can talk about I agree. Like I don't think a manager plays too big of a role like once the game has started. Like he's making bullpen changes, he's pinch hitting things like here and there, but like overall there's probably not a whole lot of impact. Like it comes down to the players that are on the field. But you've seen a shift here. Like as soon as Don Kelly came in, like this team is playing better baseball across the board. They're pitching better, they're hitting better, they're fielding better. They just seem to be more, I don't know if the word is focused or like locked in, but it seems like they were just defeated. They were defeated before, and they just kind of knew it. Like it was like season's over. We're this is done. And then Kelly comes in, and it's kind of just like a renewal, almost like the season started back over again, and they got a second chance to kind of start over. And they're playing that way. So it's not great. They're still just 15-14. You still need to be better than that, but like they're above 500 now since Don Kelly took over. There were 14 games under 500 when he took over.
But they're really good in the games that he finishes.
Yeah.
What are they, like
he's been ejected. Has he been ejected 3 times now?
I think
right?
3, and they've lost all 3. So he's 15-11.
So he's 15-11. Yeah.
I mean, that plays.
Yeah. It does play. So like I said, that third inning, it busts things open there. I thought Mike Burrows looked okay. He does get into a little bit of trouble in the 5th. He gives up a leadoff double. And then there's an error that Nick Gonzalez had that, put runners on the corners. He ends up getting an out on a sacrifice fly. So Miami scores their second run. But then Don Kelly, again, a move where I don't know if Derek Shelton would have done this. Mike Burrows was sitting at 66 pitches. He's given up 2 runs, 4 hits, did walk 3 batters, but he's got a runner on first, 1 out in the 5th inning of a 4-2 ball game. And he pulls Mike Burrows. He puts in Chase Shugart. Shugart gets a fly out, a walk, and a ground out to get out of the inning. What did you think about that? Because I thought it was a quick hook. I mean, 4 1/3 innings, you're giving up 2 runs, you're at 66 pitches. That's a quick hook. Now, was it a good hook?
So I feel like this is maybe the 3rd or 4th time I haven't fully agreed with Don Kelly in pulling a pitcher, but this is the 3rd or 4th time that it's worked. So, like, you look at Paul Skeens the other night when he gets pulled. Did I agree with it? No. But it worked. This one here today. Could Mike Burrows have gotten through it? I'd like to think he could have, but Chase Shugart goes out there and gets through it. It worked. So, like, it's hard to argue whether he's making the right moves or not when they're working out. Do I agree with a lot of what Don Kelly's done? Probably not. I think some of it's a little bit too aggressive for me. Like, there's some things he's done where it's like, all right, that's a little bit stupid. But it's worked so far. I mean, to a tune of a 1 game over 500 record, but it's worked enough.
I think we talked a little bit when this was happening, and it was a quick hook, but it showed, like, I'm here to win this game, and I don't care about your win statistic. Like, you need 2 more outs to qualify for a win. I don't care about that. I care about the win next to the team name. And he went to Shugart, who's kind of been the go-to guy in situations like this where you need to get out of an inning with runners on base. He went to Shugart. He got the job done. I liked it. I mean, I don't know if you can make moves like this 162 times over the course of a year. Like, you need some length out of your starters at times. But if you look at the situation they were in coming into today, Paul Skeens just pitched 7 1/3 innings, 7 2/3 innings yesterday. Braxton Ashcraft finished it off with 4 outs. That bullpen was fresh. Like, every single player in that bullpen was available today. You're in a position to win this first game of the series against an inferior opponent. Like, let's call it the Marlins what they are. They're one of the only a couple teams we can say that when it comes to the Pirates. He saw an opportunity there to make sure that the game didn't get away from him, and he brings in Shugart. He gets the out 4-2 after 5, and it worked. Like I said, he was managing to win the game right then and there. You could call it, sweaty managing, over managing, whatever you want to call it. Like, I know we make fun of, like, Craig Counsell when he does stuff like this, but it works. Like, Craig Counsell's a good manager. Like, he wins baseball games. And Don Kelly is managing to win games. And he managed to win this game today.
I agree. And I guess, like, my concern going forward is I don't want you to put yourself in a hole where you're managing to win every single game and you're creating problems down the line. I'm afraid Don Kelly might do that by continuing to do what he's done so far, but I can't complain, man. Like, pulling Mike Burrows out of that game right there, it might have looked a little bit silly, but he saw an opportunity that he thought, I can win the game right now. If we get through this inning, I think we can win this game, no questions. And that's what happened. And they pulled away after that.
And again, I think like it depends on the situation, on what you do there. And the situation here was the relief, the bullpen was rested. Like everyone's available. They go in, Shugart pitches 12 innings. Caleb Ferguson pitches 2 innings, 21 pitches, super efficient, great outing from him. And then Kyle Nicholas finishes off with 2 innings. So even though you pulled your starter before he went 5, you were still only able, you were able to finish this game using only 4 pitchers, only 3 relievers. And really 2 of those relievers, Shugart and Ferguson, are probably available tomorrow based off of how many pitches that they threw. Nicholas definitely going to need a day or two, but I thought it ended up working out perfect.
It did, because I mean, you get out of it without using Bednar or Santana as well.
Yep. So now you've got a win in the bag. You haven't really used your best pitchers yet in your bullpen. Yeah. And you won Mike Burrows is the weak link in the rotation too, if you want to kind of think of it that way. And you just beat Yuri Perez, who this was his first start in 2 years, but we all saw Yuri Perez's stuff today. It looked pretty darn good. The Pirates were able to get to him and knock him out early. So
yeah. And I don't want to make it a complaint about it, because like if Carmen Majinski was in that situation, I'm banging the drum of like, pull Carmen Majinski right now. Maybe it's just because it's Mike Burrows and I want to see him work through those situations. But again, it's back to the like, go win a game or develop.
Yeah,
there. I'm okay with the way it worked out, obviously, because they won the baseball game.
Yeah. I mean, it worked out perfect. So, so that was the 5th inning. Like I said, 4-2 Pirates at that point. The Marlins then bring in Jason Junk, which is an outstanding name, by the way, for a pitcher. Like if my name were Junk and I was a pitcher, Tyler, I don't think I would have a fastball in my arsenal. I wouldn't throw it. I would just throw curveballs. I'd probably have like a screwball in there too somewhere. I would throw the weirdest pitches ever. But Jason Junk comes into the game, or Jansen Junk, sorry. Junk comes into the game, and the Pirates made him look like junk. The Marlins played like junk behind him. He goes 4 innings in relief. A very Cam View type performance here. 64 pitches. He gives up 9 hits, 5 runs. A lot of those in the 6th inning, where like Spencer Horwitz leads off with a double, Nick Gonzalez with a single, Adam Frazier RBI single, and then just an absolutely insane play that, like, if you saw in a game of T-ballers, you would just you'd lose your mind. Brian Hayes with a bunt single to third. Connor Norby throws the ball into the right field corner. Then Jesus Sanchez throws the ball home, past the catcher into the dugout. 2 runs score on this bunt single. Brian Hayes ends up at third. A comedy of errors by the Marlins. It's fun being on the other end of really stupid plays like that.
Yeah, it was a really stupid play.
Really dumb play.
Poor Jansen Junk. Sorry, I almost got him.
Poor Jansen Junk. 3
Poor
errors
Jansen
that inning,
Junk,
by
man.
the way, in the 6th. Yeah.
The guy, plain and simple, got Cam Viewed. Like, the Marlins let him out there to die. And the Pirates took advantage of him. Like, he left everything up in the zone, and they just teed off on him. And it was fun. Like, it was fun. I like watching other people struggle. That was a lot more enjoyable being on this side of it.
Like, because usually we've seen this exact game before, just flipped. And we see it all the time. We see the Pirates do dumb stuff all the time. We see pitchers get blown up all the time, and they're left out there. And it's just like, God, why? Like, do we have to keep watching Kyle Nicholas walk and give up? Like, we see this all the time. So it was enjoyable to be on the other end for a change.
I can't believe they let that dude throw 4 innings.
Yeah. 64 pitches. Like,
poor guy.
Jansen
he got
Junk.
beat up.
He did. ERA though still just 3.71. So like it didn't like mess him up too bad.
It really didn't. And I mean, I'd be pretty pissed.
Yeah. He had some good numbers coming into today. He hadn't pitched a ton, but yeah. 3.71 ERA. Jansen Junk. All runs were earned somehow. I don't know how, but all those runs ended up being earned. And then Brett Sullivan finishes off the scoring with a sacrifice fly. So as I said, just a really good game by everybody. Let's talk about Adam Frazier too, because he was part of that. Tyler, I was so against this signing at the beginning of the year, and at this point, I can't really be all that upset with it. He hasn't been good by any means, but I mean, he's been 94 weighted runs created plus, and he's played good defense. Like, this is far and above what I would have expected out of Adam Frazier.
He's well beyond the point of me wanting to DFA him.
Oh yeah.
Like at this point, like he's a good bench player.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's done this year. He's been a good bench player for this team. He's had to play a lot more than that because of Nick Gonzalez's injury. But he's played really good defense. We're seeing the bat play a lot better lately. Yeah. He's been good. Like, really, over the last probably, I don't have numbers in front of me, but I'd say like probably the last month he's been pretty solid.
I mean, even in the last just 2 weeks, this was his 4th 3-hit game since May 23rd. So, I mean, 3 hits in a game is pretty good. And he's done it 4 times in the last 17 days.
Yeah, I mean, we were at the one. But he's...
Yeah, I mean, he's just 3 hits, 1 hit, 3 hits, 2 hits, 3 hits, 3 hits. Like, he's just collecting hits. The power's still not there. Like, he hit a homer last week, but like, there's a couple doubles sprinkled in there. The slugging's still really low on the year. It's 3. I mean, after today, it's 363. His OPS is almost 700 now. It's 695 on the year.
Yeah,
I mean, he's been a Major League Baseball player. And this team hasn't really had a whole lot of those this year. Like guys where you can look at them and be like, yeah, this guy's a major leaguer. Frazier's been at least that.
He has. And like, I don't want to make it like, I'm not poo-pooing Adam Frazier at all. I think he's been really solid. It's just, I don't want to super go out here and compliment Adam Frazier and, you know.
I know what you mean.
Like it's nice to have him. But
yeah, like he's not lighting the world on fire by any means. But like last year, he hit 202 and he slugged 294. And it was like, are we getting that guy?
Right. We thought it would look like.
Yeah, we haven't gotten that guy.
We thought it would look like what Tommy Pham has looked like.
Yeah. He's been substantially better than Tommy Pham. Adam Frazier has been the team's best free agency signing. If we're not counting Andrew McCutchen, which is a pathetic thing to say. But
Tommy Pham's going to end up like in the top 5, top 3 Ben Cherington signings.
Just top 3?
Of Ben
top 3 worst.
Best. Tommy Pham. Or not Tommy Adam Frazier will.
Oh, Adam Frazier?
Adam Frazier will.
Honestly, like it's beginning to look that way. Like Adam Frazier is looking like one of Ben Cherington's better free agent acquisitions as far as hitters go. And yeah, like that's not a good thing, but he hasn't been bad. Like, he hasn't been bad.
He's been competent.
He's turned it on here lately. So that's been good.
Yes.
So 8-2 after the 6th. Caleb Ferguson, I thought, like I said, looked great. 6 up, 6 down, struck out 2. He's just been a reliable bullpen arm as well. He actually picks up the win in today's game, which I'm surprised they gave. I guess they gave it to him and not Sugart, which I mean, at that point, it's up to this official scorer's discretion to assign the win. So Ferguson gets the win. And then Kyle Nicholas comes on, doesn't look great, gives up 3 hits, some hard hit balls, gives up a run. He still just doesn't look right, but he ends up at least getting 6 outs. But I mean, the Pirates did add on in the 7th. Brett Sullivan again, RBI single, and Spencer Horwitz with a ground out to score Andrew McCutchen. So just every single player on the team got at least one hit. Gonzalez and Reynolds with 2 hits, McCutchen with 3, Frazier with 3. It was just a really well played game by everyone.
It was. What is this? 5 of 6, Jim?
It's 5 of 6 and 4 in a row. Yeah.
I mean, they're playing good baseball right now.
They are.
There's no other way around it. They're playing pretty good baseball at the moment. Just keep kicking that can. Keep playing good baseball.
Yeah, I mean, they're just they look. It is a much more enjoyable team to watch in the last 30 calendar days. And like I said, the past week or two, they've played some good teams too. Like they went Padres, Astros, Phillies, and came out of that winning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. My math is wrong. 7 of those 9. 7 of those. Wait, 1, 2. They won 5 of those 9 games. So they went 5 and 4 against the Padres, Astros, and Phillies. And so now you got a 3-game series against the Marlins. You just won game 1. You've got a chance here to not necessarily make up ground. There's not really much ground to make up here. You're substantially behind the Reds for 4th place. You're pretty substantially behind in the wild card. You are only 2 games behind the Atlanta Braves now, so that's something. They chipped away that old run differential a little bit today too. They're minus 54 on the year, which is better than what they had been. Marlins are minus 91. That's it. They're winners of 4 in a row. They're the second hottest team, the third hottest team in the National League.
That's all we need. And again, make
sure
we drop that hashtag, raise it there in the chat.
Yeah, hashtag raise it to get in on the contest. We got 143 entries, so let's see if we can push that over 150. Mike Burrows, we haven't really talked much about him outside just getting him pulled early. What did you think about him today? 4 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, though.
I think we're watching Mike Burrows really learn how to pitch at the major league level and learn how to get hitters out at the major league level at a really good clip right now. I like what I've seen out of him. I like the fact that we're seeing the curveball come back into play a little bit. He kind of switched to the slider recently over the last couple of years. Seeing the curveball that we heard a lot about coming up, it gives him something different to look at. The changeup flashes every now and then. I don't know. I think the command's always going to hold him back a little bit. He's never going to have that pinpoint type of command or the stuff good enough to be able to throw where it doesn't matter where it's going.
Yeah.
But there's something there. I think he can be a solid major league starting pitcher.
I think he's showing you that, his upside is back of the rotation arm. He seems fully capable of that. This was his 3rd start? Is that right?
3rd or 4th. I don't know.
3rd or 4th start. I can look it up here.
But I should know that.
He hasn't looked great, but he hasn't looked overmatched. That Astro start he had was really good, 5 1/3 scoreless. But even the games where the line wasn't great. That's against the Brewers, 5 innings, 4 runs. Diamondbacks, 3 1/3, 5 runs, 4 of those earned. He's getting people to strike out. He's not allowing a ton of hits. He hasn't allowed more than 5 hits in a game yet. This was his 4th start, by the way. Hasn't allowed more than 5 hits in a start. Yeah, I think the big thing for him is going to be, can you minimize the walks? That was the issue today. That's what kind of got him in trouble, was the 3 walks. I agree. I think that I liked how the changeup looks. There was a commenter here, how the changeup looked. I thought that looked really good today. It's a really good pitch against lefties. He used that 7 times against lefties. It was his 2nd most used pitch there. And then he's spamming that slider against righties. So that was his most used pitch against right-handed batters today. And and they're good. Like, there wasn't hard contact. Average exit velo of 87. No one was hitting his changeup. There was a couple balls hit hard off of his slider and his fastball, but for the most part, he limited damage on both of those pitches. I want to say the home run that was given up was a.
I want to say that was a fastball.
The home run that was given up was a fastball.
It wasn't poorly located. I don't think he had it in. Like, just didn't work.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a good. I said it could have gone better. Like, I think if Kelly would have left him in, the line would have looked a little bit better. Like, I think he could have gotten through that 5th inning.
Right.
But you also don't know what would have happened there. So the line didn't look as good as it maybe could have. He was pretty efficient, only 66 pitches. But yeah, good. He gave the Pirates a chance to win this game. He was better than Yuri Perez, who was, one of the better starters out there. So I want to give a shout out to Penn with the super chat. Jared Triolo, he's been pretty good. Triolo's been good the last week. So give Triolo a little bit of flowers there. Eddie, also thanks for gifting a membership. So
yeah, Triolo needs some love.
Triolo, by the way, if you want to get into specifics here, he's now out hitting Bryan Hayes. I don't really know if that's a Jared Triolo positive development or just how bad things are for Bryan Hayes right now.
They won 10.
Yeah, Jared Triolo, higher weighted runs created plus than Bryan Hayes. So
good day for Triolo.
Good day for Triolo.
We'll put it that way.
You went 1 for 4 with an error. We'll call it a day. It was a day.
I mean, he made a nice little play at short.
All right.
He's playing shortstop as well.
He was playing short, yeah. But I'm not going to complain about anything during a 10-3 win. That's your job.
Yeah, Jim,
that's
stop.
Your job. Yeah, that's your job. How about this too? I think this was our a friend of the show, Colin Beasley, tweeted this out earlier. The Pittsburgh Pirates averaging 3.15 runs per game when Brett Sullivan does not appear in the game. 10 runs per game when he does.
I mean,
it's math. I mean, that's just math right there.
The mass.
Brett Sullivan. Catch Bucko Fever, boys. Catch Bucko Fever, you guys. All right. Are we ready to get up sandwiches?
Yeah, let's give out sandwiches. I got to go play Geddes in our Dynasty League.
All right. We've got 153 entries in this thing. So I'll give you a couple more seconds. While you're doing those, get your hashtag #RaiseItSin, like the video, subscribe to the page if you haven't. But let's go ahead and draw our first winner. Make sure you've downloaded the Primanti Brothers app. If you win, DM North Shore 9 on your favorite social media platform, your email that's associated with your account, and we'll get those sandwiches to you. Paul, you won like 2 weeks ago. So congrats, Paul. I've actually got your email still from there. I'll add you to the list. So you're going to have to, I know the last ones are still getting loaded into your account, but once you've eaten the other 2 free sandwiches, we'll load these ones on. You can't have 4 free sandwiches on your account. That's like the one rule that they told us. So once you eat your 2, we'll add these 2, but congrats, Paul. You know what? Paul has won twice now during the Donnie Ball season.
He has. Has Neil been on either time?
All it took for Paul to start winning was for them to fire Derek Shelton. So, all right, congrats, Paul. Winner number 2.
I'm rooting for washed up tough guy.
Winner number 2 is Peter Swisstock. Congrats, Peter. Same thing. Make sure you got the Primanti Brothers app downloaded on your phone and email us at northshore9@gmail.com or DM us on your favorite social media platform, your email, and we'll get those out to you. So appreciate everyone tonight who joined the show. The chat was hopping. You guys rock. Tomorrow is game 2 of this series. Sandy Alcantara, who's been a complete mess all year long, versus Mitch Keller. Mitch Keller's 1-8. Sandy Alcantara's 2-7.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with Mitch. I think I had so much fun tonight. We'll run it back tomorrow.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah, me and you again. Same time, same place.
Me and you tomorrow, same time, same place.
Yeah.
Let's give away some more sandwiches.
Yeah, let's run it back.
Yep. All right, guys. Appreciate you all. Like the video, subscribe to the page, all that good stuff. If you're listening on the podcast, you guys rock. Tell your friends about us. Referrals are great. You got friends who are Pirates fans. Tell them to listen to us. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with another post-game show and hopefully talking about another win. See you guys.
Peace out, our scouts.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in, whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube. If you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.